It's a new day. And if we could just flip that mindset that money's supposed to be working for us, not us working for money. I mean, yeah.
There you go, bro. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, all right, all right. What's going on, guys? What's going on? JJ reporting all the way from Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio. Last day here. Tomorrow we're going to be flying out to Sur Carolina, El Sur de Carolina in Spanish. Let's see, guys. We're if you're joining the live right now, hello, everyone. The Gino Lucero, how are you? DFW Realtor, what's up? Oscar Galvaz. What's going on, Hector? Hey, Hector, bro, you gotta listen to this one, bro. Woo! I'm telling you. Let me see. Albert, send me a request and I'll bring you in, bro. And so I'm here in Cleveland. And the reason I wanted to jump on this live really fast, because I'm going to bring actually someone on right now. Albert, if you're here, bro, send me a request and I'm going to bring you on. And you guys just got to know, you have to know what's happening out here. You have to know. And so I want to share this with you guys, okay? What's going on? Realtor Zavala, what's going on? Hector, I'm going to bring you on. Ashley, what's going on, Ashley? Start investing in Ohio, girl. Making all that money. Money. You need to start investing here in Ohio, Ashley. Send me a DM. I'm gonna tell you more about it, but we're actually gonna have a conversation about that right now. So if you stick around for a minute, you're gonna be able to know what it's like, people. And if you know me, you know I'm all straight up, no BS, and that's why I wanted to do this live on a Friday afternoon out there in Albert. What's going on, bro? How you
What's
doing?
up, JJ? What's up, brother?
So out there it's 6:00, right, in
It
California?
is. Yeah, look at this weather behind me, bro.
I love
Beautiful
that,
day.
bro. I love that.
Yeah.
Here in Ohio it's 9:11, so it's night.
I heard that you just finished having some of that pizza, bro.
Ooh, bomb pizza. We ate almost a pizza by myself, and Ruby she almost finished one by herself too. It was bomb, brother.
Cool, bro.
But I wanted to jump on this live really fast. But just let's go say what's up to everyone that's here. Delia, how are you? Chris, Jay, Mara, I'm sorry if I messed up your handle. My bad. Bautista Guzman, how are you? Dati, how are you? Hey guys, we're gonna do a live on investing in multi units in Cleveland, Ohio. My dude right here, Albert, he just flew back. You landed in California today, right, brother?
We just got back today. Yes, a few hours ago. I'd say about 3:00 or so. Yeah.
3:00. And
Yeah.
so I wanted to bring you on the live, brother, because it's I feel that in the last 2 days, the 2 days that you and your wife and your sis were out here in Cleveland, Ohio, you guys got to experience something. Honestly, I my wife and I were talking about it, brother, and I think it was something amazing. It was something that was meant to happen, something that was meant to be. And I want you to share that with everyone, but also I want us to talk about the opportunities, man. The opportunities that are out here in Cleveland, Ohio. A lot of people don't know, Albert, and I feel that just like you, people need to know, because there's a lot of people that follow me and follow you in California. There's a lot of people follow me in different states, and I believe that doesn't matter where you're at, what state or what financial situation you're in. You could buy your first multi-unit in Cleveland, Ohio, with literally no money out of your pocket. I tell you guys how to do that, Albert, and I want to make sure that some people here get the best out of it. So
Yeah, for sure.
Why don't we go right into it, brother? And by the way, if you're here on the live right now, shoot us any questions under the questions here under comments, and I want to help you guys just answer as many questions as possible. But let everyone know your name, Albert. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? And then we'll dive into this live.
Well, my name's Alberto Guerra. My IG handle is the Chief Heart Officer. I own and run a plumbing company. It's a family-owned business, and we love helping people. We really love helping people. We found JJ. I was watching a live a few weeks back, and I heard something about boots in Ohio, boots on the ground, and it caught my attention. And we made our way out there. I mean, we did whatever it took. A funny story, when we got off the plane, there was this security guy that says, welcome back to Ohio. You know, I feel sorry that you're back. Something like that, right? So it was just the way Ohio was. I mean, it was cold, you know, it was gloomy. I mean, a lot of things tripped us up on the way up there. Everything from missing our flight to the hotel got canceled. I mean, there was a lot of things that got in the way of us getting up there, but we were pretty determined to make it. So I'm really glad. And spending the past few days with JJ and his family were just life-changing. It really was a huge eye-opener. It was a very spiritual type of connection that we feel that we made with this family. And it was just meant to be. It was really meant to be. It was one of those things where everything just felt right.
It sure did, Albert. You know, again, Ruby and I were talking about, you know, the last 2 days with you and Ariel and your family and everything. Now, I got to tell you, man, there's a lot of beautiful things that happen. But I also believe that you and your wife and your sis were able to go back to California with a different perspective about investing in multi-units. Tell everyone that's here right now, just give them a little teaser, man. Is it true what I tell people on about Cleveland, Ohio, about investing in Cleveland, Ohio? Is it true? Yes or no, bro?
Absolutely true. I was blown away by the opportunities. You know, it's true, no doubt.
No doubt. So I mentioned to you and the rest of the group that normally when the first day of Boots in the Ground, Ohio, you guys were going to be mind blown, and you guys were going to be shocked as to the opportunities and everything else that that multi-unit has to offer here in Ohio. Were you shook and were you like blind, mind blown, bro? The first day, yes or no?
Absolutely, yeah. You know, we spent the day looking at properties. Then we got back in the evening, we masterminded, and JJ taught us how to break down the numbers, a simple formula. I remember telling JJ, like, are you sure this is it, bro? Like, this is a really simple formula. I mean, he broke it down to a very understandable point that's very duplicatable, right? To be able to repeat it. And yeah, I mean, I just got back. I've been back for a few hours. My sister's boyfriend picked us up from the airport. We wouldn't go have lunch at Roscoe's, and we're right there talking to him about just spitting back what we learned, listening to my sister catch and understand the formula, and just watching my wife and my sister talk to my sister's boyfriend was incredible to see that how much they grasped it. And sharing it with that excitement of the possibilities. Yeah, it's on.
Absolutely. No, I hear you, bro. And again, I was very excited that you guys made it out of here. And it is very exciting, man, to see how just, you know, a plumber, man, like a plumber. And I say that with all respect, brother. You know,
thank you, brother. Yeah.
You know how I feel about you and your fam, bro. So you know, I say it with all respect.
Absolutely.
How a plumber, a construction worker, your average 9 to 5 individual could literally start investing in multi-units. You guys seen it for yourself. You guys saw it in person. You guys went out there. You know, we looked at some properties. Yeah. We did the underwriting. We did everything. Albert, how freaking simple did I break it down for you guys to be able to buy your first multi-unit in the next 30 days? How simple
Well,
did
well,
I do that for you guys?
I'll just say that it was so simple that on day two, we were already breaking down numbers. Day two, when we were looking at properties, we're already underwriting. We're asking each other questions in the van. What's the price? What's the RV? Right? What are the rentals costs? We're already figuring out. So day number two, by the time we're driving away from a property that we looked at, we were already understanding in our mind. It was already processing the numbers and how much we can cash flow. And one of my favorite parts was just watching my wife be so excited about this process that we've been talking about for a while. So yeah, we were really excited.
Absolutely. Yeah,
We can't wait to go back,
I,
bro.
I saw that, man. It's I got to tell you, man. For me, it's such a great feeling to see other people get excited. You know what I mean, and see the excitement in your eyes, and see that there is so many possibilities for everyone.
Yeah,
For everyone.
absolutely,
For everyone.
absolutely.
And so let's go ahead and give someone, people that are here on the live, like an example of I don't know, of one of the properties. Let them know about one property you can think of. How much was it, and if you remember, like how much you can gross out of it, the net out of the rents. If you can remember, give them a sample of one.
I would say probably the one that sticks out the most from the whole trip was the one. There was a property that it was beautiful bones, and I think it was like 35,000, something like that. Beautiful
Yeah,
property.
five.
So everybody, I mean, we were all shocked of the price. We couldn't believe that there could be a property with this value, and what can be like it could be turned into, to the point where me and my new brother, I call him my new brother, Ariel, we flipped a coin to see, all right, let's see who's going to get this deal. So we flipped a coin, and that was really cool. So there was a lot of possibilities on that. Later when we got back, we did some numbers. JJ talked to us about that the listing price was a little bit higher, and then even though it was higher, I think it was like at 90,000. We were able to break down the numbers, and at the end of the day, it would still cash flow probably about I think it was like $350 per unit. So even though the price was a little bit higher, there was so much potential in that property that we were still able to turn it into some cash flow. Yeah.
Absolutely. So if you're just joining right now, Albert and I were talking about investing in multi-units. Albert just literally landed back in California just literally a few hours ago.
Yeah.
I myself and my wife were still here in Cleveland, Ohio. We're flying to South Carolina tomorrow. But we're talking about the boots in the ground in Ohio. How you, your wife, your sister took a do you think it'll be fair we say a gamble, man, on coming out here? Because you guys kind of knew what you were gonna come out here and do, Albert, but you didn't really kind of know what to expect. I remember you guys saying that. So can you hear me, Albert? Your Wi-Fi is breaking up.
Yeah, you broke off a little bit. You're back. Yeah.
Okay. So I was I was just telling everyone on the live how you and your wife and your sister took almost like a gamble to come out here to be part of Boots in the Ground in Ohio, which is a one-on-one training that I started doing last year for investors or soon to be investors in multi-units. And we're talking about how amazing that was for 2 days for you guys to be able to look at properties, learn how to underwrite them. I mean, just the whole works. Let them know about that property with the stone property. You remember that one?
Oh, that was beautiful property. I mean, there was the different properties had different structures. Some were wooden on the outside, wooden structure, but this property, it had a wooden stone that, I mean, this property looked solid. It looked like it was straight. I mean, it needed some work. we went inside. I mean, the inside. I gotta admit, JJ. Bro, you're brave, bro, for going in there. When you said, grab that stick and that rake and kind of point it forward, like if somebody pops out, bro. I mean, I was a little bit creepy in there. I've never been into something like that, and I mean, it was so. I guess there was a lot of trash inside. It looked like there was some squatters living in there.
Yeah.
The ladies waited outside, and it just we just didn't feel it was safe for them to go in there. But I mean, walking through there, I mean, the paint was peeling, but that we were all blown away. We were blown away when we went inside. Ariel, a good young man that went with us, does construction, so it was really helpful to have him with us because he had the eye to be able to break it down quickly what we can do and how, what even the price that it would take to be able to do the construction repairs.
Yeah.
But that was a beautiful home. It was beautiful. I guess
Beautiful.
One of my favorite parts was when Ruby noticed some flowers that were popping out. So on the ground, which was, I think it was very spiritual to see that even in the midst of like something that looks like it's run down, there's always potential for growth.
There's always
Yeah.
I remember that one. I think she took a video of it. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Actually, let's go ahead and answer a couple of questions here. So Claudia is asking, how that does affect our taxes here in California? Well, I mean, I would say, because I am not a tax guy and I'm not a CPA, I'm not an accountant, I would say consult it with your CPA or tax account, whatever. I mean, it's rental. It's a rental property. As you know, I'm sure you guys know that the rental money, your cash flow, it's whatever your taxes you pay on rental on your cash flow is way less than what you pay on capital gains. Capital gains, say you flip a property, you pay big time. You get taxed crazy for that. So Claudia, I would say consult with your CPA. Yeah, I mean, just play it safe. Let me see if there's any other questions. By the way, if you guys have any other questions, go ahead and put them on here on the comments or questions, and I'll be able to help you guys answer any questions here. Let me see. I think that was the only question so far. I thought I had seen a couple other questions, but say what's up. Albert started following you a while back. Boom. So someone sent you a shout out.
All right.
Albert Preciado was here. What's going on, bro? I don't know if you're still here. But anyhow, guys, look, we're talking about multi-units. So that property that you were talking about, Albert, it was a fourplex. It was four units.
Yeah.
It had two big ass rooms on each unit. You remember that?
Yeah, absolutely. It was huge.
Big rooms, and then they had like high ceilings, like probably like, what would you say, like 14 foot, 14 foot high ceilings.
Yeah, beautiful building, beautiful. Some of the I remember the molding on the stairway, I think, was like original wooden molding. I mean, some of these houses, I would say like the doorknobs were just original like brass doorknobs, which there was some really beautiful parts of these houses. Yes, yeah, absolutely.
So I remember that house again. It was a fourplex, four units, 2 bedrooms and 1 bath, a big kitchen, big bathroom, and sitting on a house or on a building that was made out of all stone, right, bro?
Yeah.
Like a big block stone.
It was like that stone that we saw at that church that we went to. Yeah, beautiful stone. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I remember that. So, but by the way, guys, if you have any questions, we're gonna answer some of the questions. So Christian's asking, how much down payment on a $90,000 house? So if you're coming from out of state, they'll require, if they're gonna finance it, they'll require 25% down out of your $90,000. Okay, or unless you come in cash, you get a hard money loan. I mean, shoot, how many different ways did I give you guys to be able to buy a property out here? Remember that, Albert?
Yeah, absolutely. You gave us 6 ways.
6 different ways.
Yeah. I have my list right here. If you want me to list them.
Yeah, for sure. So just give them 3 the three different ways that they could go and purchase a property in Cleveland, Ohio. By the way, guys, if you're here right now, and if you want to know more information about the next trip, it's send me a DM. But I'll tell you right now, it's gonna be our next boots in the ground. We're gonna come back to Cleveland, Ohio. We're gonna bring a new set of future investors, and it's gonna be on June 9th and 10th. June 9th and 10th. So if you want to be like Aubrey, you want to come out here and literally see this for yourself. Because I tell you guys all the time, I'm doing it myself. They even got to see some of my properties. But if you want to go in and come out here and join us next time, send me a DM and I'll have my assistant or myself send you some more information. But for right now, it's going to be June 9th and 10th. June 9th and 10th. Okay. All right, cool, Albert. So share with them your three different ways, and you can just scatter. Pick from one from the top, from the middle, whichever.
Yeah, I would say cash price. Obviously, that was one of them. Hard money lending, also, that was another way to be able to fund these properties. And my favorite was using other people's money.
Okay, cool. So let's start with one of them, Albert, and just share with them one of the three, and go in more in detail and explain to them what that means and how they could do it.
Let's say one of the three, cash people's money. You have friends or family that have maybe 10, 20 grand sitting in the bank. The bank's using their money. The bank is not producing any of their money. It's not growing. It's kind of almost like stagnant water. It's just sitting there, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a good way for your family and friends to put their money to work. They have 10, 20 grand in the bank. They can let you borrow it, and you could put it to work with an interest on return on their money. They let you borrow the money for 3 to 6 months. You refi the house after you do some of the repairs. You pull your money out and you pay back your friends and family. So that seemed to be my favorite right there.
Okay, so I had you guys do a nice little exercise, Albert, to write down some names and stuff like that. How many names were you able to write down, as far as how many people can you think of that may be able to have some money, and with their money you could go ahead and start investing some properties, and obviously let them in on the investment? How you explain to them how we did that exercise?
So we were having lunch. I shared with JJ a scenario that I have and some ideas that I had, and JJ said, take out a piece of paper, grab your pen, and just write down names. Pick one, he said. Out of the 6, pick one. So I picked, using other people's money, family and friends. So he's like, just start writing names down. So I started to write names down. And these names, it seemed like, it was a very special moment for me, because it seemed that, the questions that JJ was asking, it unlocked something inside of me. And something just started coming out that I didn't even think of the names. I just started writing them down. Then he says, put an amount next to the name. So I started dropping amounts. And then he says, now add up all those amounts. And I was pretty shocked at how many people I knew with money that I would be able to reach out to do this. So yeah, once I added up the numbers, I think I was like at 175,000. Man, that's like three properties that I'd be able to do something, make something happen. I was pretty excited.
That's 2 properties, meaning that's anywhere from 6 to 8 different units, Albert. Because the properties that we're looking at, they're minimum duplexes. We're looking at some triplex, and we're looking at some that are fourplex. So you're saying that out of the 175,000, you can literally have anywhere from 6 to up to 8 units. Really? Right away.
Yeah.
Right away. I love that. Okay, let's go back here and answer some more questions. How landlords friendly are eviction laws in Ohio? Man, there's no so I don't know where you're from, _CXM, but in California, where I'm from and Albert's from, there's a lot of how do you say them? Freaking tenant laws that renters that protect and those that protect renters and tenants. So here in Ohio, there are some, but they're more lenient, and they lean more towards the landlord rather than the tenant, which is why I'm here. There's no rent controls out of here in Ohio. In California, the whole state of California has rent control now. Not to mention LA County. LA County is the one of the, I think it's the only county that has additional rent control laws. So it makes it really hard for a landlord, for an investor to buy something and kind of do certain things to their property. So that's why I'm here in Ohio, and that's why a lot of people are joining me out here in Ohio, just because there's they're more lenient. Somebody else is saying, how cheap is it? It's Cleveland. Give them a couple prices, Albert, of some of the multi units that we saw the other day.
65,000, 70,000, 90,000, 89,000, 90,000. One of the things that JJ taught us was the magic number was under 100,000 to make the numbers work. So yeah,
Crazy, though, right?
They all seem to be like under 100,000. That would cash flow $350 per door, and you're talking about duplexes, triplexes, 4 units.
Yeah. So I mean, there's obviously more properties that are more expensive. There's multi-million-dollar properties by the lake, but we're not here for those kind of properties. Mm-hmm. We are here to look at properties that are $100,000 and below. And we are here for the soft spot. I call it a soft spot because there's a number that's between the $650 to $850 price range, rental per month price range. That's key. That's the average person here in Cleveland, Ohio, will pay between the $650 and $850 mark there. And so those are the properties that we're looking for. Why? Because it's going to take little, if anything, little money out of your pocket to buy any of these properties, and it's going to be able to cash flow you anywhere from $350 and up. Albert, so I took you guys to a couple of my properties. Tell them about the triplex. What's your thoughts about the triplex?
You know, I just want to say that JJ is not just selling you on something. I mean, he has properties in Ohio, and I think it was key for him to show us his properties, because it made everything connect. We understood that the name of the game is cash flow, to stay focused on the cash flow. So that triplex, I mean, aside from, I think it was 2 units that you had in the front, and then there was 1 unit in the back. You know, there was a few things as we're walking around, you know, that needed attention, you know, but JJ helped us understand that you know, everything can get fixed, but in its time. And so the triplex, I believe one of the units, 2 of the units in the front were already, there was tenants in there already. It was already producing cash flow. You know, you spent some money in the back unit, and you know, did some minimal work, you know, which really, you know, it was minimal, but it made it look real nice. And it actually, you know, the people were really grateful and appreciative. The people that lived there, it seemed to be that they were paying anywhere from, you know, $850, something like that, $900, you know, per rent, and they were really happy with the properties. They were really happy. He took us to the 2 units in the front that had an attic that it was like a salon, bro. There was so much space. And the possibility to turn that into another, you know, cash flow on top of cash flow on top of cash flow. It just, that property, I could see all the potential that it had.
Absolutely. So no, you know, Albert, the whole goal here, man, is to, you know, like I was telling you and the rest of the group, my goal is to let people know that there is possibilities in some other states other than the state that we currently live in.
Yeah.
You know? And in Ohio, it's you saw it for yourself, brother. Ohio has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much money to be made here in Ohio. There's I think that it's doable. That if you have if you put a plan of action together, that in the next 3 to 5 years, people can really build a good empire on rentals, a good portfolio, and that's what it's about, man. That to me, I'm liking that, brother.
Yeah, I actually, the 5 year plan, JJ had us do an exercise for a 5 year plan, and that was very helpful, very helpful because I just got back to California, and I have a 5 year plan now. I understand what I'm trying to do in 5 years. I understand how many doors I have to go after per year. I understand how many doors I want to end up with in 5 years to be able to produce the cash flow that I'm going for in 5 years.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
So that exercise was something cool, man. That I believe that it really started get you guys thinking
yeah,
and really
yeah,
visualizing and thinking ahead in the future. Like, oh man, this shit could be really something very nice.
yeah.
So I'm glad you guys did that. Let me go here and see if there's any other questions. I
Somebody's asking a question. Are your properties managed by a property management company?
So yeah, that's a great question. Who's that, Claudia? That's a great question. So, one of the things that I wanted to do was to make this whole investing in Ohio simple for other people. And so what I did, Claudia, last year when I first came to Ohio, I spent a good week out here just researching the city, driving around, talking to people, meeting people, just putting things in order. And then I went back and I created this online course, which, by the way, if you guys want to get that online course, send me a DM, and you guys literally could buy the online course on how to invest in multi-units in Cleveland, Ohio, and just mention this live, and I'll give you guys a discount. But that online course, Albert, is literally kind of like I go over the 13 different steps on what they need to do to be able to invest in Cleveland, Ohio, which you and whoever came last time, you guys were able to experience that in person, so you're good there. But Claudia, one of the things that I really wanted to put together, just to answer your question, was the property management team. So after the first visit, and after I bought a property out here without even knowing what I was buying from California, I was determined to have a property management company based out of Ohio to manage my own properties and manage other people's properties here in Ohio. So to answer your question, I have my own property management company that manages my properties and manages other people's properties here in Ohio. By the way, I highly advise everyone, if you ever do something like this, hire a management company, a property management company. That'll save you so much headaches and issues if you do it. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad. That's a great question. Let me see. Somebody says I'd like to buy my own here in California, but I have rentals as assets to show an extra income. For sure, man. I'm telling you right now, guys. I'm telling you right now. I get no sponsors from the state of Ohio or nothing like that. They don't pay me to say this. I'm just sharing. I'm just sharing what I'm doing with my family. I'm sharing with you guys what I'm doing, what's worked for me, and what's about to happen in the next 3 to 5 years. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go look at 20. I think it's a 23 apartment complex, because I'm already thinking about scaling from what I'm doing, because as soon as I get my 20 multi-units on my rental portfolio here in Ohio, boom, I'm already on the 20s and up, 30s, 40s, 50s, 100. That's a plan, guys. That's a plan, and you got to see that, and you got to hear a little bit about my plan, Albert. How excited is it, bro? How excited is it for you, for your wife, for people that joined us in the last few days? How excited is it to know that is possible and you can do it too?
Well, it was very exciting. I mean, it got all of us excited. My wife, my sister, myself. I mean, we can't stop talking about it. And something that my wife and I had talked about doing here in 10 years, we're going to be able to cut that in half and actually scale it far beyond what we are going to be able to do in California. We're going to do it in Ohio. So it's very exciting.
So yeah, crazy, all right, bro?
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
So I just wish people would get to experience what you guys experienced, brother.
Yeah, highly
You,
recommended.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
you know what? There's a lot of people. There's doubt. They're probably thinking no. It's probably just bullshit. It's a scam. It's not gonna work for me. It's not for me. I don't have money. It's too far. I mean, there's a lot of different things people could say. But I know that people that really do it, whether they come out here for the boots in the ground like you guys did, or even buy the online course, man. I'm telling you right now, just like I told Albert and his family, you guys are gonna be mind blown. Didn't I
Yeah,
say that the first day, bro?
yeah, yeah,
And was that right or was that right?
yeah. You were right, bro. Yeah, I went to sleep. My brain couldn't stop, bro. I could. It wouldn't stop. It just kept running the numbers, running the numbers, running the numbers. Yeah, and the understanding the underwriting process was key because every property we went to on day two, the mind was already processing the underwriting the numbers, the numbers. Yeah,
Absolutely. So we'll talk about the underwriting right now because I feel like we actually spent some time on the underwriting, and I really wanted to make sure that you guys understood the underwriting because that's the most important part on the on looking at a deal that makes sense. But for sure, I'm looking at here are the comments, and it says somebody says definitely going to need that course. Guys, if you're here on the live right now, and if you want to start with the online course, send me a DM because I'll make sure that we give you a discount if you send me a DM if you pick up the online course. Honestly, that's what I would say if you're at least considering investing in Ohio. Start there. That's just a couple $100 investment, which is the online course. Once you watch that course, once you go through it, I'm guaranteeing you're going to want to be like here in Ohio, like Albert and the rest of the group did. You're gonna want to come in and see it for yourself. But if you don't want to come, or you feel like you're busy or whatever, then that with the online course that should give you enough for you to start investing from California. That I tell you right now. So send me a DM and I hook you guys up. Okay. So somebody says, I wonder how likely DSCR is possible. I honestly, bro, I don't know what that stands for. Break it down for me. But Albert, tell everyone about the underwriting. How important is it to know your numbers, man?
Oh, it was very important because it helped us understand whether a deal's a deal. Whether the property, whether it was worth doing it. Whether it was worth even looking into it. So it was a very important process. I've got some of the forms here. Let me just grab them and relocate here real quick.
Yeah. By the way, I'm gonna see if I can pull up a photo of one of the properties here. That way they could see it. I don't know if I can pull it up here. No. All right. I think you just froze, Albert. I think froze, Albert. Boom. All right. We lost Albert. He's gonna join us in a minute. But listen, guys, we're talking about investing in Cleveland, Ohio, investing in multi-units. I'm still here. My wife's still here in Cleveland, Ohio. We're flying back not to California. We're flying to South Carolina tomorrow, and we're also going to be looking at some properties out there. But we're talking with Albert. They were part of Boots to the Ground in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm coming back out of here on June 9th and 10th. If you want to know more information, send me a DM. I'll let you guys know how I'm buying properties here in Cleveland, Ohio, multi-units that is. And you're going to be able to see that cash flow, okay? So if you're interested on that, send me a DM. There's only limited spots, okay? Limited spots. So send me a DM if you're interested. Or if you want to start with the online course, send me a DM too. and mention this live, and I'll give you guys a discount on the online course. Okay, but you're back, brother.
Yeah, you there? Let me see. I'm just getting me back in here. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that.
Okay, you're breaking up. Okay, you're breaking up. Turn on your Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
brother.
Okay, I'm there. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna show them something.
Yeah. So we got these forms to do the underwriting process here. Let me see if I get my light on real quick so you guys can see it.
What's going on, Louis? What's going on? Hey, Louis, bro, all that money you're making, brother, you need to put some of that money to work. You need to join me next time on June 9th and 10th. Boots in the ground. Send me a DM, brother. You need to be here. All right, Louis. I'm sorry, Albert. Show them the underwriting sheet.
Underwriting sheet right here. Real simple process. We put the address up on top, selling price. So it was really just a fill-in type of form that we got that JJ gave us on day number 1. So day number 2, we were equipped with this form. So literally all you're doing is you're just plugging in the numbers. And after the first day, you get an understanding of what the numbers are and what you need to look for. So it's simple math. You plug in the numbers, you add them up, and then you determine how much is this property going to cash flow. So then it's simple decision. Is it going to cash flow? Yes. All right, let's check it out. Is it not going to cash flow? Okay, move on to the next one.
But and by the way, brother, how many properties is there out here? I mean, it's can you really and sincerely tell everyone that there's enough for everyone to go around and be able to do it on their own?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You know, there's plenty of properties. We had a list at JJ on MLS, right? A list for off-market deals. I mean, there was plenty of properties for us to look at, and there's so much potential. I remember one of the houses that we went to go look at was out there in the East Side Cleveland, I believe, right?
Yep.
East Side Cleveland. That it was like on the outskirts of East Side Cleveland, or it was in East Side Cleveland, right? And it was on the outskirts of a community that looked like was coming up. So I think I believe that property was the brick property that we looked at, right? The one for $65,000. Yeah. So it had huge potential, not only to cash flow like today, but you can tell that community was going to begin to grow. So it had huge potential for the value of that property to go up a few years down the line. Yeah,
absolutely. So bro, I mean, man, like I just, you know how excited we were, brother, when like we were talking about it. Like I just wish that everybody here will get to knew the opportunities, because there's a lot of people here that are joining. As a matter of fact, I just gave a shout out to my dude Louis. He's only at 23 years old. He's running a solar business. Albert, he's from out of LA, and this kid is, I tell him kid, man, because he's like my son's age, but he's making 50 racks and up every month. Imagine how many properties at the age of 23. Imagine how many properties can he buy and have by the time he turns 30 if he starts buying already, brother.
What's his name? What's your name?
His name is Luis.
Luis, let me tell you something. I've been doing plumbing for 18 years. I've had a plumbing company. I've made a lot of money, Luis. And I wish that I was your age, bro, to be able to put the money to work like that. So if you put your money to work right now, man, in 10 years, you'll be in a really, really nice spot. Really, really nice spot. Yeah, put that money to work, bro.
Put that money to work.
Yeah.
Put that money to work. So one of the things that we talked about, Albert, during the 2 days is how we need to get our money to work for us,
Yeah.
right? How
Yeah.
we need to get some money and send it out so it can bring us more money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine if people that are here on the live, they would just pull the first trigger. Do you believe that once they pull their first trigger, they're gonna be hooked and they're gonna just want to go after the next, the next, the next?
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, my plan is within the next 30 to 60 days to pull the trigger on our first property. That's my plan. And absolutely, you know, though we got to put those Benjamins to work. You know, the Benjamins, these dead presidents, they're supposed to be working for us, right? So we got to put the dead presidents to work for us, right?
That's right.
So absolutely, money's supposed to be working for us.
That's right.
You know, and the mindset of us working for money, it's a new day. And if we could just flip that mindset, that money's supposed to be working for us, not us working for money. I mean, yeah.
There you go, bro. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.